What have I been playing? What have I been watching? What have I been reading? Let's find out! Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this week's What Have I Been Playing, What Have I Been Watching, and What Have I Been Reading, okay? Let's start off with cast your mind back to last Sunday. Oh, actually, before we go any further, I'm pointing at you. Shout out the Angry Moose. You win the award for my best viewer. You were the only one that commented in my last week's video. You watched the video all the way through and you get a little bonus at the end of these videos now. Your boy Tony was dancing. What's that app? TikTok. I'm going to take over TikTok with my dance moves. A little treat for you. So shout out the Angry Moose. Thanks for watching my video all the way through. There might be another dance-off at the end of this video. Who knows? Yes, I know. I've got all the moves. I've got all of the moves. Anyway, moving on. What have I been playing? So, last Sunday, I'm finished Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the campaign mode. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've played it before when it kind of first came out, back on the old ancient PlayStation 4. Remember that console? And it crashed on me. I think I had like 1.5 missions to go. I do remember, I really enjoyed what I can remember of it. And I think I paid £50 for it back in the day. And I picked it up for, I think either $5.99 I picked it up for a week or so ago. And yeah, it works fine. The match runs better on the old PlayStation 5. And yeah, what a great last mission. It's great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm not going to trade this in because I'm going to play it again. Probably in the next 12 months I'm going to have that itch to play again. I've been on a bit of a first person kick. Is this the second wave? I wonder. Not worry. I'm wondering, am I going to have a second wave of positive first person shooters? There was a time in the early 2000s, if you asked me what's my favourite genre, it was definitely first person shooters. I'm talking Halo, Halo 2, all those games, okay? Republic Commando, all the great games, you know. That was my jam back then. And then I kind of I'm all about fighting games now. Fighting games will always be the best value for money out there of any genre, okay, in my humble opinion, okay. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. If you haven't played that, check it out. It's not expensive, just for the campaign, you know. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It's not a long campaign. I think I finished it in 2, maybe 3 sit-ins, so that's all right for me, that is. Then we did Monday. So what do we play on this channel? Mondays, we play Mortal Monday, baby. So we played some Mortal Kombat 1. I got a feeling, a sad feeling, this might be the end. It was the first time playing this game on Monday where I thought, meh, I wasn't really enjoying myself. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've maxed out my favourite cameo, Sector. They max out, the cameos max out at level 15 for some bizarre reason, only level 15. It's a grind to get there, mind. And Melina is my main, and I've maxed her out. She's level 35. I like the challenge. I like the grind of leveling up characters, you know, in these fighting games. So I think we've seen the best of this game, unfortunately. Story mode, fantastic if you've never played it. I do recommend picking it up. Definitely now it's in sale. But I can't really defend it anymore because Season 4 of Invasions, which is kind of what they call a service game now, isn't it? These modern games where they keep adding content. They're actually taking content away and replacing it with a new season. So we're on Season 4. I got really excited because it's Melina's world kind of thing. Of course, I'm a big fan of Melina. She's my main. But I don't know. I just think it's definitely the worst season. The costumes, I'm all about the costumes as well. I'm a fashion guy, of course I'm a fashion guy. Look at me, in case you couldn't tell. I used to work in the fashion industry, in case you couldn't tell. Wearing my Street Fighter merch. I am available, Capcom, if you want any merch. Experts out there, give me a call, hook me up. I know everyone in Capcom watches these massive videos, don't they? Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, the costumes, for lack of a better word, they're lazy. They've just changed colour palettes. They're boring. They've managed to make Katana the most attractive female fighting game character in this franchise. Look absolutely terrible. They've done a good job of that, so fair play. Yeah, there isn't any reason. I used to be a salesman. I couldn't sell you Season 4. I couldn't tell you to buy this game just for Invasion Season 4. But you should, if you've never played it, it's worth it for the story mode. The story mode is chef's kiss. Oh, speaking of kiss, look who's come up. I thought you were sleeping. 1 second. We've been running this morning. I got a very tired boy up. Hello, mister. You okay? You were sleeping nice then. He's a little bit wet because it was pouring when we went running, and then when we came back into my street, it stopped raining. It's just my luck, isn't it? I run for 9 kilometres. Rossi, because he's back and forth, 12, 13 kilometres probably. Quite a tough run today, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, getting back to the game, and you're not here for my training updates, are you? What are you? Yeah, so Mortal Kombat, I don't know. Mortal Commandos, I don't know. Maybe tomorrow after work I might be in the mood to play it again. I might give it one more go because it's Mortal Kombat. I don't know. But it's getting a lot of hate online, isn't it, Mortal Kombat? And I like to make my own mind up. My opinion now, based on last week, and I gotta be honest, the week before as well, it was a bit of a it started to sink in. It's a bit of a chore to play that game, you know. So my time is too valuable, like I'm sure all your time is too valuable to be playing games you're not really enjoying. Speaking of games I am enjoying though, I'm still playing through Tales of Arise, and we're probably in. It's one of the graphics are okay, but the world building and the world I'm actually in now is, if you've played it, I don't know what it's called. It's like the 3rd world you get to. I believe there's 5, and I love the colour green. Okay, maybe it's some Welsh. I like the green valleys and stuff like that. But it's like a farm world kind of thing, and this blue sky. You can see all the livestock, you can see all the enemies, and it's one of the, does anyone else do it? I play a video game, I go, I'd love to live there. I'd love to live in that world, that part of the world. And it seems like the most friendly part as well, so it's not like they're all slaves kind of thing. It's quite a refreshing world. So I'm continuing my playthrough of this, and it's not super open world. I thought these modern games, maybe they try to be too open world. But yeah, it's just right, if I want to say. It's a bit more compact world. But yeah, it's just right. It's not too overwhelming. I don't know how much more I've got to go. But I think I'm coming to the end now of that 3rd world, okay? But yeah, really am enjoying that, and I really do recommend that, okay? I've got this in my hand, kind of talking about this game, Granblue Fantasy Versus, but I'm talking about Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. I like to have something in my hand, like a prop, if you like, when I'm talking through, okay? What a great game. What an absolute outstanding game. Saying earlier on about Mortal Kombat, I love fighting games where you just leveling up your character. I am all about that, and you get a little couple of perks along the way. Well, this game, I know I keep going on about it. You can level, my main is 2B, okay? I'm committed now to getting 2B to level 5 100. Okay, I'm gonna keep playing this, and what a grind that is. I don't think it's sunk in how long it's going to take me. Okay, we could be here in a couple of years and I'd still be talking about it, but it's great. It's so much fun. I had the volume turned down. It's a bit of a grind. I think I started on level 38 and I had the radio on in the background listening to Swansea versus Cardiff, the local South Wales derby, the biggest football match in world football. It's the South Wales derbies, like by far number 1 watched in the world. World Cup final is number 2. I'm not sure what number 3 is, but yeah, you all know. And of course you all know Swansea won. We won 2-0. It should have been 3-0, but I'll take 2-0. Okay, so that's why I'm in a good mood today. So yeah, I had that on in the background whilst playing this kind of thing, and I leveled up. I'm still exploring the roster as well, okay? But I got to be now, she's in the 50s. I think I got to level 51. I think 52 is where we're at now, okay? And it's just so much fun. I could literally play that game all day long, okay? So definitely recommend that. It's currently it's digital only. It's $39.99 on the PlayStation Store, and if you want to be like me and get 2B, she's the best character by an absolute mile. She's £6.49, so for under 50 quid you are getting a lot, a bang for your buck. So that's what I've been playing the last week. What have I been watching? I forgot what order I go in then. What have I been watching? I've watched on Netflix. We'll do Netflix first. I didn't know it was even out, okay? But you know, like, there's trends, isn't there? Then people copy trends. It's cool to hate on this, or it's cool to like this kind of thing. So I found out by watching a haters video on a movie called Damsel. I think it's a Netflix, their own Netflix exclusive, I think they're called. It's starring that tart Millie Bobby Brown, is it 11 off Stranger Things, and I think some people just don't like her. Maybe I don't know what she's like in real life. I've never met the girl, but she can act, you know. And let me tell you, I really enjoyed it. Yes, it took me 2 sit-ins, but yesterday morning I had my morning coffee and I put that on and I just really enjoyed it. I didn't have my phone in my hand or anything, so it was that good. I really enjoyed it. It's not a unique story. It's kind of stays in its lane. It's I don't want to. It's like she's sacrificed to this dragon thing, and I kind of guessed it basically by the trailer. Gives away too much if you ask me, but CGI was great. It's heavy on the CGI, but it looks good. It looks very good. I wouldn't want to go to the cinema to watch it. I'd give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. I probably will watch it again. So yeah, I really enjoyed Damsel. What other movies have I watched? I've got this back. My Godzilla collection is back in town. So I lent this to a friend. Oh god, I thought I'd broken it. I have actually broken this as well. So if you've never seen this before, this is one of the pride and joys of my movie collection. It's actually, they're all Blu-rays, and I've ripped it there. Look, I couldn't get the disc out. Dumbass. I shouldn't have nice things, should I? But I watched, because I've recently read Godzilla the novel and Godzilla Raids Again. I always muddle it up. Godzilla 2. I watched Godzilla 2 or Godzilla Raids Again. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. It gets a lot of hate, that does. It's kind of a rushed out. Gotta be careful, I'm putting that down. Rossi's right there. I can tell he's tired, bless him. Yeah, really did enjoy it. It gets a bit of stick because it's quite funny. There's a army military briefing, so they all know what Godzilla is, and he's come back, or it's another. I think actually the plot is it's another Godzilla. It's not the original one, and they show footage of the original Godzilla on this projector thing, in this important meeting, but it's just clips from the film. But it doesn't make sense because in the clips of the film, it shows Godzilla doing his thing, like that. And then it shows the army military shooting him. And you think, why would you be filming footage of the army? I know I overthink things too much. And it goes on for a little bit too long. It's like they're clearly dragging out the runtime of the movie. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. Last night, I'm so happy to have this. Again, Godzilla. This is the Godzilla channel, isn't it? Godzilla Returns, or Godzilla 1985. As the legend is reborn. I'm only about a quarter into it, if you haven't seen it. It's more of a darker Godzilla. It's really, really good. It's the first Godzilla I ever watched. I was too young to watch it. I didn't actually watch the end. My father stopped me from watching the end. But I'm at that bit now where, like, this scientist leaves this nuclear factory and he's just there. I think he's gone for a cigarette or something. And he's just walking along. The next thing, the ground he obviously can't see in front of him. The ground just cracks open like an earthquake. He's like, whoa, what's going on? And then he goes, like, he looks, and the camera follows him looking up, and Godzilla's literally about 10 meters in front of him. So imagine standing, I think in this, Godzilla's 80 meters tall. Imagine standing there and then looking up. And it's just so funny. Godzilla's just there, standing there looking at him. And he steps on him. So I'm a little tiny bit further, tiny bit past that. But I'm so happy to have that. It looks great as well. It's not HD, okay? But it looks great on the big telly because I've watched it on my iPad. But yeah, it looks great on the big screen, okay? So that's the movies I've watched. YouTube, always watching my beloved YouTube, okay? This week's channel of the week is a friend of the channel. I've shouted out her channel at least once, possibly twice, okay? It's Joe Gaming Girly, alright? And the video is Zero Divide gameplay, no commentary, okay? And it's one of those games I need to get back in my collection. It's just raw footage of Zero Divide. So, what I like about this particular video, it's not a review, it's not talking over it. If you just want to see basically what the game entails and raw footage, she captures how good it is. If that makes any sense. And I'm like, I'm going to get that game back in my collection pronto, okay? She's also done, I've been watching it this morning, it's a bit of a longer video, Resident Evil 5, but she's in the corner talking on that one. So I think, because Zero Divide's a Saturn game, but if she's playing on the PC, she can do commentary and stuff like that. So check out the channel, that is Joe Gaming Girly. What I like about Joe, what's different about her channel is when I got into it, she was like doing pickups videos, like we all do pickups videos. I love going out game hunting. But she said she's not collecting. She goes, I'm done. I don't know the exact total number of games she's got. But fair play to say, I'm done. I'm just going to enjoy what I've got, kind of thing. I think if she was out and about and something might catch her eye, of course, she's probably going to pick it up. But she's not a game pickups. She's not about that anymore, kind of thing. And more credit to you. And I do think some channels do pickups videos because it's content, it's easy content. I love watching pickups videos. But she's basically come out and said, that's not what my channel's about anymore. I want to do more gameplay. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So yeah, that was Joe Gaming Girly. Okay, definitely go check that out. Right, what have I been reading? So I finished I think I was halfway through Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games. I was halfway through volume 3, so I've read volume 4 and volume 5. Without going into it too much, I think if you watched last week's, it's about 4 girls that love fighting games. They've all got their unique backstory, okay? But and like why they got into it. It's forbidden in the boarding school that they're in, so it's a lot of sneaking around, and it's funny. It's really, really funny. There's very good writers. You can tell. I probably won't be able to find them. You can tell it's written by proper gamers. Like, look at some of the artwork in there. I love it. I do. I really do love it. It's not the game that they're playing. It's not Tekken. It's not Street Fighter. It's not Guilty Gear. Well, Guilty Gear features in it, but it's called Innocent Gear. Okay. Yeah. Between some of the chapters, they have these like fighters memos, which tell you like some of the lingo. It educates you. If you're not from the fighting game community, it can be technically very educational. Like explains in one of them like what turtling is. If you didn't know what turtling is if like a turtle goes in his shell, is if someone's just blocking, defending in the corner, just blocking or turtling, just defending, waiting for the chance to counter attack, But one of the when I read this is I've read the other ones 1 to 4 twice, but this is the latest one, and I tell you what. Do you think where they go in? Are they dragging it out because they're in the same tournament in volume 4 and 5? But this is other character. This other female character. She's a lot younger. She's tiny, right? And she's a bit of a dick. She actually throws her food at these girls, so they want to invite her over to their table. Like, oh, she's on her own kind of thing. Poor dab, innit? They want to invite her over. Some are like, oh, but she was rude to us earlier on. Like, but she's on her own. And then next thing, she's so ungrateful, she ends up throwing her food and it lands on one of the girls' heads. It's full of food and stuff. And you think, what a dickhead. And then it's obviously then, at some point in the tournament, as they progress, one of the main 4 girls ends up facing off against her. But she takes it so seriously. Like, they're in it just for fun. But she's like, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to dominate. I'm not here to... for the experience, for the fun, like, because these girls are just enjoying it, absorbing. It's the first time they've ever been in the tournament. She's this other girl, this little one, is more like so serious. You're not my friend. You're my enemy. I must destroy you, kind of attitude. But then it shows. She thinks, I don't like her. Obviously, the way she's written, you don't like her. So it rewinds then a couple of years earlier, where it shows her in school. Of course, because she's got a bit of an attitude, she hasn't got any friends in school, and you kind of go, okay, but she's a dick. So, just because she hasn't got any friends, you haven't got to be her friend, I give anyone a chance, but once they start being a dick, you're like, right, you've had your chance, kind of thing. And then this new girl comes in, and she's looking at her, goes, oh, she could be my new friend, my only friend, kind of thing. It takes her a couple of days, and she's like, oh, like staring at her. Shall I go and ask her to be my friend? Because she hasn't got any friends, because she's the new girl. And then all of a sudden, then this new girl comes over. She goes, what are you looking at? Why are you staring at me? We've got a problem. And she's like all like shocked, nervous, and she goes, will you be my friend? And then they become friends. It starts a bit confrontational, and you think, okay, I kind of starting to warm to this character now. And then this new girl says she loves fighting games. She absolutely loves fighting games. And she one day wants to become a pro player. And back in the day, there weren't nowhere near as many professional players as there are now, or pro players as they call themselves. Some people are laughing at her, and she thinks, oh, that's so cool. So then she's not into fighting games, but because her friend is, she buys this game, call it Tekken 2, I think that's what it's meant to be, Tekken 2, and she buys that, and she's practicing it, but she's not very good at it, and she asks her friends, oh, I bought that, funnily enough, I like that game too, can you give me some tips on it? And so she writes down loads of like tips and like the lingo and like what to do and stuff. So she practices, she gets pretty good. And then she says, oh, thank you so much, I've been practicing all weekend, kind of thing. And then she invites her over, maybe you could come over, and so she's trying to take her friendship to become best friends, invite her over to her house or whatever. And turns out she's better than the one who wants to be a pro player, isn't actually that good. So she annihilates her the first round. Based on what she's taught her, she's just following instructions and she annihilates her. And this girl's like, you've been playing this game for years, haven't you? You think you're not my friend. You're just making fun of me this whole time. You're pretending to be my friend and stuff. And she's like, oh, she doesn't know what to say. She's so upset, kind of thing. And she always wishes when she looks back, she goes, I wish I said something. I didn't know what to say, kind of, because she was so shocked by her reaction. But that's just one little story. I absolutely love these books, okay? Again, it doesn't look a 40-year-old man reading these, but yeah, it's a good read, guys. It's a good read. And volume 6 has just dropped as well. Don't know if I can afford that at the moment, but maybe payday, maybe. Yeah, so that's what I've been reading. Oh, and I just started yesterday reading Star Wars Death Star. I have read it before, many moons ago. Sorry, my bookmarker came out. I'm only on like chapter 4, okay? What a great story. I vaguely remember reading it. We're talking over 10 years ago I read these. 15 years ago maybe. But it's about the Death Star. But it's like, there's over 1 million people on that Death Star, okay? But it's like, it goes into detail of how it was built. And like they had droids building it, they had workers working on it, but they wanted to make it, build it within a certain amount of time. They're up against the clock kind of thing. Because the Emperor wants everything now kind of attitude. I think in Return of the Jedi, the first scene is the Emperor's not happy with your progress. That's the second Death Star, but this is based on the first Death Star. And it says, like, it's 160, I think they said, kilometers in diameter. That's how big it is, right? So they're recruiting anyone that could come and work. They go to this prison planet, and they basically say, like, people are sentenced to life. You can have your freedom, or you can kind of die on this planet, or you can come and work on a Death Star. So thousands of people are going to go and build on this Death Star. And it's introducing, I'm only like 3 chapters in, because I'm just starting chapter 4. And each chapter's on a different person. So it's a TIE fighter, and he's so proud to represent the Empire and stuff like that. So it's a different take on it. I do remember it's epic, and it does, no spoiler, it gets blown up at the end. But it's like some of them make it, some of them don't. It makes you, when you watch Star Wars then, you're like, God, there's millions of innocent people die because Luke Skywalker blows up the Death Star, didn't he? It's a different take on it. But it's excellently written. And it's a really good read from what I can remember, okay? So that's what I've been watching. Sorry, I got it wrong. You think I know by now. I've been doing this channel for over a year. My channel's nearly 2 years old. Can you believe that? Yeah, that's what I've been playing, what I've been watching, and what I've been reading. Sorry, guys. Yeah, thanks for watching. Love you. Bye. Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel. Fucking twat. Dancing dog. You funny one. You dancing well? Yes.